right, once again, your lineup's going to look like this. The 15, that's going to be Kyle Briggins. Outside him, the 24, Aaron Teagarden. Row number 2 is going to be the red 38, Josh Richardson. Outside of him, the number 72 of Eric Kunstler. Inside the next row, the number 9, Jason Timmerman. Outside him, the 62, Yogi Todd Metz Sr. Inside the next row, the 38, that's going to be Ryan Spillers. Outside him, the number 16 machine of Jacob Bradley. Inside the next row, the A1, Mike Richardson. The number 6 of Chris Jennings. Starting behind them, the number 60, the 62 of Todd Metz Jr. Outside in the 27, your fast qualifier. That's going to be Dan Irvin. 79, Todd Metz Jr. Meanwhile, Briggins and Teagarden are going to bring the field through turns 3 and 4. Here we go. As they're just about 3 wide, going into turn 1, 3 wide, coming out of 2. Yogi stuck up on the high side, off the backstretch, back on the track. They're 3 wide. We got them everywhere in parts. Flying caution. Well, I told you there'd be 3 and 4 wide racing. I also told you it probably wasn't going to last very long. Unfortunately, it looks like the 38 machine of Josh Richardson getting the worst of it. Seen him going by the front stretch there, right rear, all sorts of wobbly. And field comes out of turn 4. Here we go. As they're 3 wide, going into turn 1. They're still 3 wide, going down the backstretch. Mike Richardson shoots it up the middle, going up the second. He's got the 15, Kyle Briggins to his outside. Richardson now up the second as they're 3 wide. They're 4 wide, going into turn 1. Todd Metz Jr. on the bottom, now up to third. Ryan Spiller now looks to the inside, the 16 of Jacob Bradley for the 4th spot. Side by side as they come out of 4. Dan Irvin now going to join the battle in the 72 machine. 27 machine. Your early race leader, the 9, Jason Timmerman. One and right behind him, the A1, Mike Richardson. The 79, Todd Metz Jr. Jr. now starting to peek to the outside of Richardson for second. Todd Metz Jr. now to the inside of Mike Richardson for the 2nd spot. Side by side as they come out of 2 down the backstretch. Junior to 2nd, Richardson to 3rd. Your race leader to the 9 of Jason Timmerman. As Metz now looks to the inside, going into turn 1. Dan Irvin now to the inside of the 6 of Chris Jennings. Now to the inside of the 38 of Ryan Spillers. Irvin now up to the 5th spot in the 27. Todd Metz Jr. now your race leader, the 9 of Jason Timmerman, falls back to 2nd. Battle for 3rd now between the 1, Mike Richardson, and the 16 machine of Jacob Bradley. Bradley trying to work around the outside of the A1 machine of Mike Richardson. As your leader now closing in on some lap traffic. The 67 of Ken Spillers. The 28 machine of Jesse Thatcher. Thatcher going to go a lap down. As well as Spillers now as Todd Metz Jr. able to work by him. Things bunching up down the backstretch as your leaders go into turns 3 and 4. The 9, Jason Timmerman, now starting to get some pressure from the 15 of Kyle Briggins. Excuse me, 16, Jacob Bradley. Bradley looking to the inside of Timmerman, coming out of 2 down the backstretch, looking to the inside, going into turn 3. As your leader, Todd Metz Jr., negotiating some heavy lap traffic in front of him. Working by the 85 of Phil Iliff, the 20 of Jackson Walker, the 82 of Sean Puffenberg. As we've got cars all over this 3/8 mile racetrack. Metz around the 68 machine of Schaefer and the 12 of Eaton. Contact between the 82 machine, Sean Puffenberger, and your second place car, the 9, Jason Timmerman. That's gonna let the 16 of Jacob Bradley around. Bradley now up to second. As it's 3 wide, going into turn 1, the 27, Dan Irvine, sideways, coming out of 2. Your leader shooting the gap up the middle is Todd Metz Jr. going between the 4, Matt James, the 07 of Steve Vore. The second place car, the 16 of Jacob Bradley, about a straightaway behind. Third place, the A1 machine of Mike Richardson. Fourth place, the 6 of Chris Jennings. 6th, the 38, Ryan Spillers. 7th, the 27, Dan Irvin. Clear sailing now for your leader, the 79 of Todd Metz Jr. Second place, the 16 machine, Jacob Bradley, still has quite a few cars in front of him. He'll work to the inside of the 4, Matt James, and the 62, 67 of Ken Spillers. Jason Timmerman now back on the back bumper, the 16 of Bradley for a second. Five laps to go for the 79 of Todd Metz Jr. Left front brake rotor starting to glow on that machine. And the right front brake rotor. As the 9, Jason Timmerman now round the 16 of Jacob Bradley for second. Bradley gonna fight back going into turn 3. Bradley on the bottom, Timmerman contact. Look out, everybody making evasive maneuvers. And the caution flag flies. Battle for second between the 9 of Jason Timmerman, the 16, Jacob Bradley. As the field starts to roll through turns 3 and 4, starts to pick up the pace. Timmerman with the jump on the outside. Here we go. Metz fights back on the restart. He'll regain the lead. Timmerman not gonna give up yet. Peeks to the outside, nothing doing, going down the backstretch. Meanwhile, Richardson now looking to the inside. As the 6 of Chris Jennings outside of him. Dan Irvine now around the 38 of Spillers. As Spillers and the 16 of Jacob Bradley getting together. Everybody keeps it rolling. As a battle for third between the 6 of Chris Jennings, the 1, Mike Richardson, and the 27 of Dan Irvine. 3 wide down the front stretch. Irvine all the way to the bottom. Nothing doing going into turn 1. Jennings with a bobble on the high side. Richardson fighting back on the inside. White flag out. 1 lap to go for your leader, the 79 of Todd Metz Jr. Jennings on the outside, Richardson on the middle. Now is Irvin looking to the inside, battling for third. Meanwhile, out of turn 4, your winner of the 79, Todd Metz Jr. Jason Timmerman second, Mike Richardson third, Chris Jennings fourth, and Dan Irvin gonna round out your top 5. As a 16, Jacob Bradley sounding the chrome horn down the backstretch there.